Welcome, my dear students. Today we are going to learn maths. In maths, we are going to learn chapter number 10, fraction. So let us first see mixed fractions. Here in the picture, we can see three apples. Now these three apples have to be shared equally between two people. How can we do that? First, give each person one whole apple. Then, divide the remaining apple into two equal parts. Give each person one part of the third apple, that is half an apple. Each person gets one whole and half apple. So, each one has one and a half apple. One whole and half apples. Each has 1 plus half apples. 1 plus half is written as 1 and half. A fraction like 1 and half is called a mixed fraction. See the picture. 1 whole and 1 quarter makes 1 plus 1 quarter. This is written in short as 1 and 1 quarter and read it as 1 and 1 quarter. Here in the picture you can see one whole and one half of apple. So 1 whole and 1 half make 1 and half. It is read as 1 and a half. Here in this picture you can see 1 whole and 3 quarters, which is written as 1 and 3/4 and read as 1 and 3 quarters. Read the fractions and write them in words. First one, 2 and 3/4. So the answer is 2 and 3 quarters. Next one, 8 and 1/4. How to write them in words? 8 and 1 quarters. Now let's see what is next. Read each of the following and write in fractions. Now here they had given in words and we have to write in fraction. 18 and half. So we will write the number 18 and half. 14 and 3 quarters. So number 14 and 3 quarters. In the picture given below, each of the strips of equal length has some shaded part. Write the fraction shown by the shaded part of each strip in the box next to it. Now let's see first part. Total parts are 2, in that one is shaded. So we will write there half. Move on to next one. Total 3 parts are there and one is shaded. So we will write there 1 upon 3. Next one, total 4 parts are there and one is colored. So we will write 1 upon 4. Next, total 5 parts are there, one is colored. So the fraction will be 1 upon 5. Next, total 6 parts are there and one is colored. So the fraction will be 1 upon 6. Now, look at the picture and answer the following question. Which is the smaller fraction, 1 upon 2 or 1 upon 3? By seeing the picture, we can understand that 1 upon 3 is the smaller fraction. Next question. Which is the bigger fraction, 1 upon 3 or 1 upon 5? So, by seeing in the picture, we come to know that 1 upon 3 is bigger and 1 upon 5 is smaller. Write greater than or smaller than in the boxes given below. Now first one, 1 upon 8 and 1 upon 10. Now we have to find out which one is the greater fraction and which one is the smaller fraction. Now as we know, the numerator is 1 in both the fraction. The fraction with bigger denominator will be the smaller one and the fraction with smaller denominator will be the bigger one. So 1 upon 8 and 1 upon 10. So which one is greater? Smaller one. Yes, 1 upon 8. Next one, 1 upon 15, 1 upon 20. Smaller the denominator, greater the number. So 1 upon 15 is greater. Next, 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 3. As numerator is also same and denominator is also same. So 1 upon 3 is equal to 1 upon 3. Now let's see fraction related to sets. This is a set of 8 marbles. It has been divided into 4 equal parts. One of the parts is colored. That is, a 1/4 part has been colored. This means 1/4 means 1/4 of 8 is 2. Next one. This is a set of 6 pencils which has been divided into 6 equal parts. Each part has only one pencil. 5 parts are shaded, showing that 5 upon 6 of 6 is 5. Now let's see some word problems. Madhu has 2 ropes, one measuring 1 upon 15 meter and the other 1 upon 20 meter. Which rope is longer? So the answer is the ropes are 1 upon 15 meter and 1 upon 20 meter in length. As the numerator is 1 in both the fractions, compare the denominators. The fraction with the smaller denominator is the larger one. So 1 upon 15 is greater than 1 upon 20. Let's see next one. Rohan has 2 1/4 pieces of chocolate and Isha has 1 3/4. Show these fractions in the form of pictures and tell who has more piece of chocolate. Now here we can see in the question Rohan is having 2 1/4 and Isha is having 1 3/4. We will compare this fraction by seeing the picture. Now let's see the picture. Rohan has 2 1/4 pieces of chocolate. Isha has 1 3/4 pieces of chocolate. Now in this picture we can see the fraction of chocolate with Rohan, that is 2 1/4. Now let's see the fraction of chocolate with Isha. Here you can see 1 3/4. By comparing the shaded parts, we find that Rohan has more chocolates than Isha. Let's see next one. Soham has 3 1/4 pieces of cake and Ram has 2 3/4. Show this fraction in the form of pictures and tell who has more cake. So let us find it out. Fraction of cake with Soham. Here you can see 3 whole parts and 1/4. Now fraction of cake with Ram. Here you can see 2 whole parts and 3/4. Now let us compare the shaded part of Soham and Ram. The shaded part shows the fraction. By comparing the shaded parts, we find that Soham has more cakes than Ram.